everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nasi, this is Nasi Tarot, and today this reading was not supposed to be the reading that I'm recording right now, but I last minute decided I want to do something lighthearted, something more exciting. So today's reading, we're going to be bringing messages from Winter Spirit or from Father Winter, aka what do you need to know this winter. Any messages for this winter? Father Winter, in my understanding, does not have to do anything with Santa Claus or Santa. It's a separate entity, and I just wanted to make a reading that is more like lighthearted and just information that you might need helpful. So we have 4 piles to choose from today, starting with pile 1 with those 2 nets. Spirit told me to use 2, I don't know why, but yeah. Pile 2 with this pine cone. Pile 3 with this chunk of granite. Huge chunk of granite. And pile 4 with this leaf. It kind of twirled a little bit as it dried, so it's like a little vessel, a little holder for some crystals, for some stones. So yeah, pick whichever pile you feel most drawn to. You can choose multiple piles, but before we start, I want to light a little candle, make a little wish. You can wish with me if you want. I found out that I ran out of candles recently, and so I found this birthday candle, and I put it in the chunk of plastiline, like clay, I don't know. Yeah, so you can make a wish with me, and I will light a candle in a second. Focus on your wish. What do you wish for? May all yours and mine wishes come true. I will blow this candle out in, let's blow out this candle in 3, 2, 1. Yay! I did it! Okay, so again, thank you for sticking out in the intro. If you made a wish, I pray for yours and mine to come true, but I will see you in your groups. Yeah, I will see you in groups. Alright, hello pile 1, welcome to your reading. If you chose those 2 chestnuts, I didn't say them in the intro, chestnuts. This is your reading, your message from Father Winter, or what do you need to know this winter. So immediately with your energy, I feel like you are nurturing something, or you're growing something, a following, a project. Immediately when I look at the chestnuts, I think of a project, like a little baby. You could be pregnant, but for most of you, I feel like you are nurturing something, growing something, and it's taking quite some time. And also, I'm sorry if you hear the noise outside. I kind of noticed it in the silence a bit more. I I feel like I'm hearing, I'm not sure if I will make it out alive, or I'm not sure if this will turn out great. A lot of doubt. There are a lot of intrusive thoughts that you are feeling, that you're hearing and thinking. And interestingly enough, the tarot deck, when I just pulled it out of the cupboard, has Two of Swords on it. So I really feel like you get lost in the sauce. You get lost in overanalyzing something when it's quite simple, to say the least. I'm hearing something is very, I'm hearing cramps. This overthinking, those doubts could be making you feel uncomfortable. You could be dealing with overall stress, but those thoughts are putting more stress on you. You could be struggling with headaches, migraines, something in the head. And winter spirits are saying to put your mind at ease, to put this something at ease, because it doesn't have to be complicated. And it's because you're smart, because I feel in your group, I mean, all people are smart, but you use your intellect and your, I'm hearing communicative skills to deliver the truth. What is that about? Maybe you feel like a lot of your confidence comes from others. So you need to constantly be in contact with somebody for them to give you feedback, to make sure that you're doing a good job, if that makes sense. Or maybe you rely on your friends to give you ego boosts or something like that, and there's nothing wrong with that, but it feels like at this point it's not about them anymore. Like, it's about you. Like, your project is not a collective like puzzle that all other people are taking part in. It is your, I'm hearing your game. So some of you could be making a game, maybe D&D or something like that. I don't know why I thought about D&D, but I never even played D&D, but I know it's campaigns, and a lot of people take part in like D&D campaigns. So your project you're working on could be even like a group project. So it makes sense logically for you to take criticism, but I'm hearing it's not that deep. Like the snow is a blanket for the trees and the grass, and when the snow falls on everything green, everything alive, it puts it at rest, because trees and grass, they need this rest. They need this sacred pausing to regain their strength, regain resources. Something could be bothering you and you don't get enough sleep at night because of that. And I'm seeing energy from the head being like traveling from the head to the actual body, to the stomach, to the legs. And somebody doing self-care, not in a more intimate, sensual way, sacred, ritualistic way. Somebody not only taking care of how they look, but how they feel on the inside. So if you do self-care, any complicated kinds, more than just, you know, brushing your teeth and washing your face, really take your time, savor each moment. Don't listen to music when you do self-care. And scary thoughts might come up, but push through. Really embrace that sacred pause in your body. Imagine time slowing down around you. I'm thinking of the Matrix when, sorry for the spoilers in the Matrix. I recently just watched it and I love it so much, and I think that you would love Matrix too, the first part at least. Because you really remind me of Neo. And when in the fight scene he finally realizes how to manipulate space and time, and the bullets around him slow down and they cannot touch him anymore because he's not afraid anymore. He's out of the Matrix. And I feel like you guys need a little bit of that, but in a more grounded way, because I don't think you can manipulate time and space, but in the sense of your perception, try to simplify things as much as you can. And trust me, it will not. When you simplify things in your own life, when you just take your time and you focus on one thing at a time, you focus on exfoliating your hand and you feel your hand and you really take part in this process, it becomes a lot easier to be fully present in the mind, be fully present in your projects, in other spaces with other people. Okay, I will pull tarot now so that we can get more information, but you're doing a great job, pile one. You just need a little bit more meditativeness, bringing meditation in your daily activities, so that you, like when you're done doing something, let's say a project, you don't immediately go to your phone, you don't immediately get your mind busy with something new, something else. Take that pause, just sit and do nothing for like 10 minutes. This will greatly improve your mindfulness. And don't rush, because it's like the tortoise and the hare kind of situation. The more you rush, it's not even that story, it's more of when you rush, you can get more things wrong, or you can get more confused. But when you actually take a pause and you say, okay, this idea and this idea, I like them. When you actually console yourself, or like do a meeting with yourself, things become much more easier to handle, and also in long term you will be happier because you did not succumb to people pleasing, or you don't base your entire like personality on I am the people's person, because in the end of the day you are your person only, even though there are other people around. It's great to take advice, but it is not great when you get lost in opinions of others and you put them above yourself, above your own. Because even though it's great to have harmony and be like on good terms with people, it is not great to let those opinions destroy who you truly are. And you absolutely can. Those opinions can absolutely destroy you if you let yourself down. Yeah, actually I want to relight the candle that we lit in the intro, because I like having a light source around. So, Palawan, you get a second wish, I guess. Make a wish. Okay, I will blow it in 3, 2, 1. Yeah, you got a second wish, I guess. This energy feels intense. Like, I feel intense in this pile. And not in a good way. I feel very energetic, so it's great to have a lot of energy, Palawan, but at the same time I feel a bit more confused because I have a lot of like urges to go and do something that is not like necessarily what I intended to do. It's like the more stressed you become, the more rigid your opinions become, the more you succumb to fear. And this winter, I feel you embracing that meditative state of mind, embracing one thing at a time, focusing on things one at a time. Okay, so we have on the back of the deck of this deck we have play, have fun, celebrate, don't be so serious. On the back of the deck of tarot we have 2 of Wands. Yeah, Spirit is calling you to make exciting plans, but don't get lost and keep track of what your mind tells you, and don't let the desire to temporarily there's a sense of exciting things coming to you and you making plans, but then you don't stay on track. Then you embrace something more temporary, something more fleeting fun, instead of focusing wholeheartedly on that one goal. And you absolutely can. I have a lot of energy in this pile. I feel like I can do anything, but then I get distracted by this and that and my intrusive thoughts. You really need to meditate, pile 1. And meditation can have like different forms, and personally for me, I will say I like to meditate laying on the bed with open eyes. I know it's kind of creepy, looks kind of creepy, but it's not about being completely numb and or focusing on I mean, it's good to focus on like your breathing, but it's not about dissociation or escaping from your thoughts. It's about being here and there and embracing those thoughts, but not letting them take over, not letting your ego take over, because you're not your ego. You're a separate person, and you're not your projects. You are the creator, but you're not that project, if that makes sense. So you really need to focus on staying patient and probably annihilating things in your life that you don't want to say bye to, but they really need to go. Well, one. Yeah, something in your life outlived itself and it's time to let it go. I'm hearing you've got a new set of eyes. You're still trying to look through the peephole where your previous apartment was, your room was. Your old set of eyes doesn't work anymore, but you still try to peep through it. You still try to... You're not focusing on yourself. That's the main message here. You need to focus on yourself and what do you want, and it's not necessarily about getting that bag, or getting that glow up, but whatever your goal is, it's in here, it's in your core. When you say something like, I want a new car, you really need to feel into where the feeling when you say this desire or you wish for something comes from. Is it from from your heart or from the stomach? How does it feel? It's a very simple thing, and it is also a good way to come back to your body as well. So it kind of feels like you are dimming your light for other people, or we have here, don't dim your light, and 7 of Swords. Are you dimming your light in desire to adapt? Yeah, it feels like you're you are in survival mode a little bit, or not even a little bit. You are in survival mode. You're wishing to people not to attack you because maybe you've been bullied in school. Maybe you just, from childhood, you felt like you had to use your smart brain to adapt to the world, to what people are saying to you, and it's been really freaking hard, and it will not become easier. Pile 1. It is not the... Of course you can do whatever you want, but it is not the way for you to shine, because you are immensely beautiful, playful, lovely, and unique person. And there is a cord or a tie to maybe childhood wounds, maybe to the way your parents were when you were a kid and you just copied their behavior. But there is a willingness to stay small and willingness to also come out of the shell. We have here the Devil and those 2 cards. One of them is trust in your path. What would you do if you would be 100% confident in support or in being supported? This beautiful card. And Imrama, where is your soul calling you? So yeah, there's absolutely some sort of soul calling that you feel like you need to follow, and this winter you will have to walk alone. I'm hearing you will have to walk alone. But it's going to be for the best, because only that way there will be no distractions from other people. And it's not, I'm not saying you're gonna be abandoned by everyone, but if you feel isolated this winter, just know that it's the right path and you're on the right path. You're not doing anything wrong, but you will have to, I'm hearing, surrender to your own consultation, because your inner self, your core self, absolutely has things to do, to say to you and to do maybe too. So this winter, I'm really feeling like you are kind of I'm seeing funny imagery of somebody taking their ego and like tying them up and putting them in the back seat just so that they don't move or don't do anything. They just lay in the back seat, and then your core self, your higher self, takes the driver's seat and starts driving. And I really feel you and your higher self, your core self, really having a conversation, really consulting with each other. And I wouldn't say it's like completely harmonious, but I'm really feeling the camaraderie here. Yeah. Harmony too. I'm gonna take that back. I'm feeling harmony, but in a more empowered way. Like, we're gonna go there. We're gonna go there and we're gonna reach that mountain. We're gonna reach that milestone. And I'm also really seeing you really babying your projects, really taking care of your projects, giving them love, taking your time, maybe instead of scrolling on your phone or doing something that just drains you in long term. Maybe like I'm seeing somebody sitting in a cafe and taking like their notepad and start writing ideas and sipping coffee or tea and just taking your creative self, your inner child on a date and really nurturing that something that you're growing. Taking that slower, not trying to compare yourself to others, but really taking your time and grounding yourself. Because only from grounding, I feel something will grow. Something amazing will grow. So we also have here Star Mother. Will you be able to become a mother for yourself? This card. And 10 of Cups underneath. So it's really like you becoming your own parent. And I know it's really hard. It takes quite some time if you have never done this. But it's more about not comparing yourself with others and being so fearful that you're not where you want to be, because you will be there. It just takes time, and like success that arrives too fast is, in my opinion, the worst success that can be, because only foundation that is stable, that you grow and you build every day, will bear fruit. Yeah, and we also have here 10 of Pentacles reversed and this card, Ever Unfolding Rose. The opening of the rose is happening not with you, but for you. Yeah. And we have here 3 of Wands and this beautiful card. It says protection, taking your power back, breaking of the chains, and soul coming back to you, like regaining your soul power. Yeah. So this winter is really going to be about you taking back your power in I'm really seeing like quiet strength, somebody standing there confidently but not shouting about it. They just embrace that energy, they embody that energy of power and control and strength and femininity. Even if you are a guy watching this, I really see you balancing out masculine and feminine, and from this balance of energy, something great is being birthed. And I'm hearing people will love it, Pearl One. Don't worry, people will love you for making it. So yeah, this is all that I have for you, Pearl One. I'm really glad that you're here. And I wish you the best of luck on your journey. Please let me know if that resonates when the winter is over, I guess. And I will see you in the next reading. Bye. Hello there, pile 2. Welcome, or just welcome to your pile. If you chose this pine cone, this is going to be your reading. Messages from winter spirits or from Father Winter. And straight up, when I tapped into your energy, I feel a lot of determination, a lot of just determination, period. And that really reminded me of Undertale. When you eat something, or when you check into like a checkpoint in a game. It's a game, by the way, if you don't know, but I'm sure you know about Undertale. Something fills you with determination. So I really feel that strength and confidence comes from you wanting to reach some kind of goal, or you finally changing your point of view, or shifting your mentality, coming out of victim mentality into like a winner mentality, or creator of your destiny mentality. Something is finally taking shape, and I feel like you have been in a struggling period for some time, in a period where you had to question, when you question yourself a lot, why are you doing this when you want to do this? Why are you staying in that job if you want to switch to another, etc. Or it also feels like just you not having sense of direction where you want to go, and just going from day to day, doing bare minimum, or doing things the right way, in the right order, and it doesn't bring you happiness. So I really feel like you have set your eye on something, on a goal, on the direction, on the vision of your future, and this single-handedly switched you from being in the back seat of your life to having to drive. And even though you feel like you don't know how to what does it require, you still are willing to give it a shot. And I'm feeling a lot of fear, but it's still supported by action. Yeah. It reminds me of how some hooded lizards, they, I don't know, I'm not strong in lizards, unfortunately, but there's a type of lizard, like a big chunky lizard, that has like a hood on its neck, and it opens it to scare prey, and it kind of looks bigger that way to other lizards. Yeah, and I really feel like you're that. You may be not feeling confident in what you're doing, but you are still kind of having to put a bravado on a little bit, or talk yourself into to talk yourself into being a leader, into being that person, and just doing things day to day to change your fate, I'm hearing. And also, when I was tapping into your energy as well, I had a visual of that, of a person being in the middle of a flower that has not bloomed yet. So there is like the flower petals, and the person's head is right here, and those petals are being held closed by different like webs from spiders that are all around this person. So I really get this imagery of somebody being like held captive by their subconscious beliefs that had been fed into them when they were small, or just different narratives put on this person by other people, and then this person starts to awaken, and it happens on the inside, and the flower starts to like, it has not like opened yet, but it's in the process of doing that, and this person starts to open their eyes, and the petals on the flower start to break free from like those webs from the spiders. And I'm also hearing, I can finally see again. I'm hearing again, I can finally see again. And this really feels like opening of the third eye too. And the past 2 or even 4 years, but I'm strongly feeling like 2 past years of your life have been really important for your growth. Yeah. Inner growth. I'm hearing upgrading of your vessel. So maybe you have changed something in your appearance, something like that. Interesting. But this winter really feels like it's gonna hold a lot of surprises for you, and things that are on the inside, are happening on the inside, will start to finally happen on the outside, like mirror to the outside world. And also I'm hearing to grow a plant has to have its roots deep in the soil. So as your third eye opens or starts to develop more and more, as you start to see things as they truly are, you will have to support, like as above so below, right? you will have to support your body more. Yeah. Okay, on the back of the deck, I shuffled both those decks that I'll be using. On the back of the tarot, we have Eight of Swords. I will show you up close. Eight of Swords. And underneath Eight of Swords, we had Three of Pentacles. And Two of Pentacles too. And on the back of this deck, we have a reflection. No, it has mirror. What or who is irritating you? Okay. This really feels like something similar to pile 1, like the energy or the message, but it's still different. This more so feels like what is or who is stagnating your growth. Is it you? I'm hearing, because I feel like it's you. So this winter is gonna be a great time to reflect on why are you moving slower than you desire. It could be outside factors, even astrological events, I mean, could be significant here. And at some points, sometimes we need to slow down, like in retrograde seasons, and in some periods of rapid growth, astrologically we can get faster. But I'm really feeling like you, even though you seem to be moving forward, there is a bit of bitterness or pain that has not yet been processed. Oh, and underneath the mirror we have yes, just say yes, and there are like 3 women here. This is so pretty. Yeah, and answer the call of your soul. What is your soul calling for? Yeah, it really feels like, for some reason I'm seeing somebody during the day getting up, getting their ass out of the bed, really like getting to work, dancing, having fun. And during the night, there feels like it's a time for quiet contemplation and something that does not sit right with you. You try to process it, think about it. But Spirit is saying that internally you have healed a lot of wounds already. It's a matter of you letting go and your ego letting go of certain situations and choosing peace over, I'm hearing, abandonment. So you can choose to avoid those thoughts and kind of abandon them, but they will come back because you have not let them go. I'm hearing you have a different mindset now. Like, what are you waiting for? So there is a bit of a disconnect between how you feel internally and wounds that still call for your attention, or what needs to be calmed in your mind, kind of. But I will shuffle tarot now and oracles, and we will get further messages, because I feel like it's a bit more complicated than in your pile, but it's fine because you're going through a big recalibration, a big transformation in terms of how you're viewing certain situations based on your new mindset. And there are bits of debris, like bits of things that still need to be reframed or let go. And we will get to that. So pile 2, Spirit, Winter Spirits. What do pile 2 need to know this winter? Okay. On the back of the deck we have King of Swords. It's a very cute deck. Ooh, no, it ran away. Okay, we have Six of Pentacles reversed and it ran away. Have Page of Swords, Hermit, Eight of Swords again, and three more, okay. It's a lot of messages. High Priestess. Is it upright or reversed? Upright, okay. Okay, Queen of Pentacles. And Three of Swords. That's a lot of cards. Okay, Spirit, clarify Three of Swords, please. Yes, just say yes again. Queen of Pentacles, please. Please, one card. Give me one. Give me one card. Okay, you have Starseed. What are you shining on your path? Starseed. High Priestess. Oh, Lemuria. Creating of heaven and earth. It's happening. I love this card. Eight of Swords. Akasha. You're being guided by God. Hermit. Crushing of the Tower. What are you holding on to? Boundaries, where you should draw new boundaries. And Six of Pentacles. Ooh. Give me one, please. Okay, and we have, again, Mirror, what or who is irritating you, and grounding on the back of the deck. Hell yeah. Grounding, empathy, high sensitivity, connection to the earth or to nature. And let me light up through, turn on the light. Very dark here. Okay. So pile 2. You really are healing some wounds, and they're not even necessarily connected to love, but I feel like for a lot of you they are. there's some kind of relationship or connection that really tore you down. It could be a third-party situation. Actually, I'm not feeling that, but this could be a situation where you were feeling abandoned, or you have been done wrong in some sort of way. For a lot of you, I feel like it's a parent or parents. Or people just very close to you who did something and that hurt you, or something that sabotaged your happiness. And those knives here, like, they're still in this heart. They're still in the heart, fleshy. They're still sitting there, and it doesn't matter how much you contemplate on something, it will come out when you relax and let go. It is like when something is stuck in your hand, when a knife is in your hand, you can only take it out when you relax your muscles completely and you just allow it to fall out, or take it out. If you are thinking a lot about it and trying to, in your mind, kind of pick apart the situation, it will not fix it. It will just waste your time and energy. But you are upgrading, because look at this girl here. Focus. Focus. Yeah. Something to do with your hands and your crown chakra. It's upgrading. Or it feels like it upgrades to take on more energy. Your hand kind of hands recharge, and your hands and your crown area are recalibrating to become more sensitive, or to upgrade. If you are working on something that is tied to finances, or you are looking into something that would fulfill you and both make you money, I really feel like something to do with your Starseed mission. Something that fills you with immense joy and helps you connect with others. This could be social media presence. This could be, honestly, I don't have that many examples of connecting with others other than internet, so. But I'm really seeing here, look, I think this is Jupiter. So in the next, I'm hearing 7 years, there will be huge expansion in your finances, in what you can do, in your creativity. So don't be rigid in your pursuits, in your creative pursuits. If you like something, if you would like to try a new hobby, do it. Especially if you feel like it will connect you to new people and connections that will benefit you, do it. Also, not a focus. Yeah, and it really feels like you setting the tone and effortlessly shifting the focus on you. Because I feel like you're a very humble person, but also everybody deserves a spotlight. And I really feel like with those two cards, with like the Queen of, with the Queen of Pentacles here, and the Starseed card, you will be atop of some community, but I feel like you're not even like, you're not doing something to become the top, to become the best of the best, or like the most famous person in the community. You're just willing to connect to people and connect people with each other. And I just saw 23:42 in the timer, so I'm hearing this will happen. This will certainly happen. So with High Priestess and Lemuria card, I really feel like again, there is something with the day and night. And something that connects the two is you. Something that connects two different separate worlds is you. I will take this as a confirmation. If you heard the sound there. But there is something from your past lives, or even from your childhood, or a mindset from your parents or a parent that took something, I'm hearing, behind your back. So something was taken away from you, maybe a power of choice, maybe a freedom when you were a kid, and there's still something, that some kind of mindset that holds you in place because of fear of being judged, because of fear of this and that. And just so you know, it is coming from a parent, and it feels like I'm hearing a trauma bond. So you could be trauma bonded with a parent, or a parent kind of feels like feels love for you, and they're trying to protect you from something that they experienced. They don't want you to experience some kind of pain. And so they kind of push you away from pursuing something that you really want. And with the Hermit and the Tower, I'm saying Tower because it looks like Tower card, right? So what are you holding on to? And the Hermit. This next 3 months will really put a focus on you. And as you can like work on your goals, of course, pursue those goals, but it will be a very important time for contemplation on what is holding on, what are you holding on to, what is holding you from growing. And you can write those things down. And actually, I recently heard someone, they just throughout the day, they made intrusive thoughts journal, and they just write things down in this journal, thoughts that like negative thoughts, and they keep this journal everywhere, and they just write things down in there. And I feel like it really will help, is a great practice for you, I feel. And writing things down in general, not in your notes app, I mean, do you, but writing something on paper with your hands and with a pen really grounds those thoughts into reality. I feel a lot more, like the effect is a lot better. And with Hermit again, and the crashing, and also Page of Swords and the boundaries, this winter really feels like it's gonna be time for you to kind of put healthy boundaries, or just put a boundary between you and people who may be sabotaging this old behavior pattern, or just isolating yourself. Of course, a healthy amount, but you know what I mean. Spending time in contemplation will really help you quiet down your mind, stop reacting to external environment. And I recommended meditation to pile 1, but I also feel like meditation will also be very beneficial to you. And with 6 of Pentacles in reversed and the Mirror, I really feel like you may be kind of ashamed of the fact that you maybe don't have that much to give to other people right now, or you feel like you don't have a lot of energy, resources, time. But I think this will be a great time for you to contemplate on who you truly are. Because I know that I feel like you already know who you are, but to those people around you, you may feel like you have to provide for them, you have to be there for them, you have to provide. You're a provider for them. But those, of course, if somebody relies on you materially, this is a different story. But if you have somebody in your life or something that drains your energy while you give it your all and gives nothing back, maybe it's time to not be around it anymore. Not like, yeah, just not be around it anymore. And realize that even without all of those people, without providing for those people, without having to give your energy to people or give your energy to things that you might think give the same back, you will actually gain a lot more from staying more in your own bubble and feeding this energy into you, drawing for yourself. Like, I'm an artist and I always people pleased. I feel like this is a people pleasy kind of pile, but it's totally understandable when you grew up and you grew up in conditions that were kind of demanding of you to take care of certain people, to keep peace in your friend group, in your family, and keep harmony. And this harmony would keep you safe as well. So you kind of took part in taking care of things and people who didn't give the same back because you just wanted to keep the peace. You wanted to keep safety. And this can be portrayed in different ways, not just with people, but I'm sure that you know what I mean. Pile 2, and I'm also with King of Swords and grounding. And underneath the grounding there is share your opinion, get out of your shell, express yourself. I really feel like it's time for you to get out of your shell unapologetically, and if you don't know where to start where you are, start with something small and grow from there. and grounding practices and kind of detachment practices too. Because I feel like with the King of Swords, I see somebody grounding and doing grounding meditation, and around them there are lots and lots of again, spider webs, and then they calmly start cutting those webs from their brain, from their head. I feel like this will be very important this winter. Liberation and creation of something new in complete silence of the night. Yeah. At night, maybe you're a lot better, maybe you're a lot productive during the day, but I feel it's more of like when you quiet things down, when your ego, because sun is usually associated with ego, when your ego shuts up, comes up the true beauty of creation. Because moon is usually associated with Cancer, with mother. Yeah. The true beautiful birth of something new will be possible only when the ego stops taking part in the sacred creation. And also I feel like this winter will be empowering for you. Even if you won't be the most productive, but also I got a message about shadow work, and Spirit really asking you, why do you think you not providing for others makes you so scared for your safety? Why do you feel like you have to always be this one persona, play this one role for other people? What happens if you stop doing that? Okay, sorry about it, but yeah, this is all that I have for you. I really hope that this was helpful. Yeah. Thank you for being here, and I will see you next one. Bye-bye. Okay, hello, Palfrey. Welcome to your reading. If you chose this granite, this is going to be your reading about your winter, messages from the winter spirits. And when I shuffled the cards, the deck that I've been using, I got Knight of Pentacles in the tarot deck and transformation. Everything is changing on a cell level, deep healing cards, and this really feels like a more stagnant period for you in this winter. And what spirits want you to know is that it's okay, and there is a lot changing for you on the cellular level. You may start liking different foods from what you would like. You might feel weird sensations in your throat chakra, but I was more so feeling in the body, in the, I guess, digestive system, in the area of solar plexus chakra. You will start feeling weird. You might be feeling light on some days, and on some other days you will feel like you will need a lot more rest. I'm personally very connected to this pile for some reason, but I think it's because you guys are very grounded, you know, because you chose a rock. even though I get very celestial energy from you, I really feel like it is a very grounded celestial energy, if that makes sense, because even crystals, even just quartz, those all are bodies that hold energy. Sorry if you hear the noise upstairs, but yeah, all those bodies hold energy, and they are vessels for celestial energies like yours and mine. You're also a celestial heavenly being, otherworldly being, and I feel like you underestimate that a lot of the times. You sell yourself too short, or you just don't see your own light. Like, literally look at this person. Like, look at them. They're ascended master, or they are holy in a good way. They are wise. They are full of wisdom and heavenly knowledge, otherworldly knowledge. But I'm using otherworldly a lot, but earthly knowledge is as valuable as otherworldly, holier than thou, Bible kind of knowledge, if you know what I mean. All those people from different walks of life, from different ascendants, descendants, they may have different earthly backgrounds, come from different places and have different circumstances, but they all are here to uplift humanity, to uplift the energies. And I feel like you are this kind of person, Palfrey. And people who know you are very lucky to know you, trust me. Even though you might seem very simple on the outside, simple and loving and caring and funny and handsome or beautiful, you hold this fire within, this shine within. I'm hearing ascended legacy, or a legacy. And this winter you might... I was getting interruptions from upstairs, but so this could be a sign for you that for this winter you might be feeling stagnated, or there will be a lot of... I'm hearing backlash, but I feel it's more of a lot of waiting periods where periods where things on the outside will not be moving too fast, or not as fast as you might desire for them to move. But I really feel like you are going through a very important transition this winter on the bodily level, also on a spiritual level, but it also feels like there's a lot going on in your body, and maybe there were like a lot of upgrades going on in your upper chakras or on the spiritual level, and now it's time for your 3D body and to kind of catch up, right? For your body to catch up to the upgrades on the spiritual level. And I'm hearing this would make you feel out of whack. So, or you will be feeling out of whack. Yeah, but I'm really feeling like there will be two parts of your being connecting in the end of the winter. And the message for you is to take more rest when you can, to embrace the in-betweens. I'm hearing. Embrace the in-between when you can just do nothing, or when you can do something to make yourself feel better, or just to chill. Yeah, okay. I'm also hearing hibiscus water, or hibiscus tea. So anything that will help you ground yourself this winter, or give you necessary vitamins for your body. But hibiscus is rich in vitamin C, so your name could be Sierra. I don't know, that's just a random message. I'm also hearing Frank Sinatra. Okay. Also, I'm hearing it's time for you to get back to your roots, literally and metaphorically, apparently. So you will be highly encouraged to go back to songs that you like to listen to, maybe in Christmas time, maybe just that you feel nostalgic for. And that's the second time I'm getting nostalgia message in pile 3 in my readings. So you're definitely a nostalgic pile. You could be a Cancer, Pisces rising. But I'm more so feeling like there's a heavy weight being gradually lifted off your shoulders as soon as you stop trying to fight it. This could be another pile here for you. If you're not called to watch it, it's okay. But just know that, oh Jesus, there's a pile for you to watch. Yeah, you could be feeling kind of wrong. Like something is not okay in your body. Or you will be getting a new sensation in your body. And if it's unpleasant, then get checked, of course, if you feel like you need to. But it's really about, this winter is going to be about you recalibrating yourself and really embracing your new era, I would say. Okay, Spirit. Star, please. Pentacles. Okay. But this feels like it's gonna be more of a quiet time when things will not be super exciting, and you may feel out of place, or you may feel like it's your fault that things are not moving fast enough, but it's supposed to be that way, unfortunately. But you will get your happiness, and it's all a gradual process of building. Like building blocks, putting one block at a time, even though this may feel not super exciting. Okay. So we have here 9 of Swords and leap of faith. Make a leap of faith. Universe will catch you. Star and grounding. So grounding says empathy, high sensitivity, connection to nature. 10 of Pentacles and what is this? Friendship of Rose and 10 of Pentacles. Beauty and devotion, High Priestess and I forgot the name. Guide, spiritual guide, Jesus. I'm feeling kind of drained in this pile. So yeah, you may need to take a break at this time. I'm hearing, but work is gonna be good. Because we have here 10 of Pentacles and the Friendship of Rose. So you are already abundant within. If you are in the process of growing abundance, feel free to call to your ancestors to put something on the shrines. If you have any ancestor shrines around you. Or in your home. Why would I say around you? There is someone's ancestor that helped you, like your friend's ancestor or a relative, passed on relative that helped you during some time, like a bad time. You could also have like a group of spirit guides who protect you and also other people around you. Yeah, and also we have here, I was thinking about that, High Priestess and Keepers of the Earth. Focus please. Keepers of the Earth, you're not alone. Help is always here. Okay. 10 of Swords and Imrama. Where is your soul calling you? And we have the Magician and freeing of the chains. Get yourself free from the burdens of past lives. Yeah, okay. So there is a message of, if you feel like you need to perform some sort of ritual to free yourself from a burden, feel free to do that. That is advised to do if you feel called to. You are already abundant, so your lineage of your ancestors definitely were some rich people, or there was abundance in your lineage, but something or someone apparently stole this abundance, but it's already all here and you're making confident steps to regaining that abundance. You may be feeling anxious or afraid to take next step in new direction. If you have been feeling like you need to, maybe you want to take a new course, or you want to educate yourself or move in some new direction, but you feel like it's impossible because you're not already good enough at it, and you're afraid to, I'm hearing, feel like a loser. In life, Spirit is saying, there are no losers or winners in life. We're just moving in cycle after cycle, moving through this. I'm seeing a big like shell and lots of people moving up the insides of the shell right to the top. And you are one of those who move with confidence and you are certain to get there, and you will get there. Please don't stop yourself just because you feel like you're not good enough. You always are. And there are people who can and will support you, but they will never know you even exist if you keep stagnating yourself. It's time to wake up. That's what I'm hearing. There are 3 ancestors, 3, that I'm seeing that are kind of standing behind you, and they're like just trying to like nag you forward. There are 3 of them, 2 women, no, 1 woman and 2 men. I have hard time seeing what their gender is, but there are 3 entities, 3 feminine energies actually, and 1 male, so there are 4 of them. And they're here to guide you towards your glory and ecstasy. Maybe there was once a place you called home, a place, it could be a friendship, like a friendship, relationship, a group of friends, some kind of collective that you felt close to, maybe even your own family for some. And then at once it has been taken away. And now it's your own solo journey. It's time for the solo journey. Or for a leap in a new direction. And just know, Palfrey, that you're destined for this. You're destined for this. And there is no one who can stop you but yourself. And there is nothing that will happen if you just choose to stay stuck here. But because you have your support in the face of your ancestors, the keepers of earth, so if you feel discouraged, if you feel like you don't know how to move forward, talk to a tree. Talk to a plant. Yeah. I feel like you're a very creative and powerful person. You just need a little bit of support on this path, and it is understandable. Or a little bit of encouragement. So if my encouragement is gonna be, I'm gonna encourage you anyway. Palfrey, you absolutely can do this. You literally got a star in tarot cards. You are a star. You are an earthly goddess or a god. You're an earthly entity. You shine so bright when you are happy, and there is nothing that will make you less happy than you not following your own path. And other people really cannot stop you from not pursuing that goal, but just so you know that we all are rooting for you, honey. So yeah. But this winter will be a time of creativity and passion, but also of overcoming your fears, just overcoming your fears in general, and listening more to your own thoughts and discerning them, which serve you, which don't, and really proving that you don't need to be a part of some kind of group, or you don't need to be a part of a relationship that maybe didn't work out, to shine bright and focus really on your own success and your own happiness. Because with your own happiness, you will be able to connect with other people who are on the same frequency as you. But I'm also hearing this winter will be a testament of your patience and of your faith. So if you feel like you don't know where to start, just start with what you have, start with what you are, and keep going until you're done, literally. Yeah. And also, it feels like as you go towards your goal, you will be faced with many old wounds that need your attention, that need healing. This journey is not just gonna be an endless grind or endless working towards a goal. It feels like it's going to also be with obstacles, like obstacle course, or just with points of time where you will have to stop and maybe purge for a little bit, cry, get your emotions out, literally feel your emotions and let them flow. And this will help heal those wounds from the past when you just become more compassionate and caring towards yourself. And give yourself space to feel, to let off some steam and heat, and acknowledge how far you really have come. Because you have come a long, long way, Palfrey, and you're a very old soul, and you deserve love and compassion just as much as all other people in your life. Trust me, you do. Yeah, by the end of this winter, you will be feeling more relieved of the past. You will gain a sense of new direction. And also, you will just realize how much of a star you really are, how much of a shine you possess. And you will understand truly what it feels to be you. And also, I'm really getting self-care vibes from you. So maybe setting the tone more towards yourself, towards caring about yourself, is going to be the right move too. But in the beginning of this reading, I was feeling kind of anxious, but now I just feel very calm. And if you are feeling anxious, and I just saw 2442 by the way in the timers, angel number. You will feel more like yourself by the end of this winter. If you are feeling anxious right now, just let yourself breathe out and remember that this shift will take time and it will be maybe unpleasant in some ways, but it will allow you to embrace yourself and kind of it's like putting on a new skin or shedding old skin and embracing the new skin that you have. Yeah. And shining even brighter than before, embracing your own shine. And if that makes somebody upset, if your shine makes somebody upset, it is not your problem. Like, it's not your problem to fix yourself because of this person. Don't dim your own light for somebody who clearly is just afraid of or triggered by your light. It is not your job to fix yourself or fix them. Yeah. So I think this is all that I have for you, Palfrey. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your patience, and I wish you a great winter, and I will see you guys in the next reading. So, bye-bye. Alright, hello Pal 4, welcome to your reading. If you chose this leaf, this is going to be your message from winter spirits for your winter. So when I got into your energy, I feel like you're hesitant to let go of something or someone in your life. Energy that somebody has brought you, energy that you just don't want to let go. There are some energy cords that are still kind of tickling you, not in a good way. Okay. When I shuffled both decks that I will be using today, for your pile, I got yes, just say yes in this pile, in this deck. And in a tarot, we got 2 of Wands, and let's split, and 9 of Wands if I split the deck. And I just saw 111 on the timer, so whatever your manifestations are, they are approved by the universe, if that makes sense. And there's still something holding you on. You definitely have been through the ringer, and you're kind of old seasoned, because when I think about winter, I don't think about leaves. Those leaves are covered by the layer of the snow in the northern hemisphere, and they kind of are put to rest. The leaves of the trees that fall down are naturally meant to become just grass, and not grass, but part of the soil, and fertilize the ground, and also cover the grass and the flowers, so that they can survive one more winter and be revived in spring. But it's known that humans are amused, I wouldn't say assumed, amused by collecting leaves and keeping them kind of freezing the time in a way. The time of those leaves is already done, but we keep collecting them because they look pretty, or for other reasons. So there's definitely something that you're not letting go because you feel like there is no better substitute for it in your life. Some event that has been going on, and when it's over, you feel like there is nothing to replace it with, and you get frustrated. And there are definitely new plans or manifestations that universe is approving of, but you're not feeling it. You're not feeling like those new plans are what you truly want, mostly because you are still stuck in that time period, or stuck with those thoughts of this person. And it also feels like something maybe that was told to you long ago, a narrative that was fed to you a long ago, and this narrative doesn't fit anymore, doesn't fit the reality. There is something new going on, but you are still in that old energy. You are still holding on, or more like this narrative or this person is holding you. Let me focus myself. Is holding you in the chokehold of the narrative that they fed you. Okay, let me drink some of my tea. I don't know if some of you do art, or no, I was not saying that about art pursuits, but if you are an artist and you look back at your work from the past and you feel like you cannot do anything better than what you did back then, look at it from the perspective of your memories, what you were feeling back then when you were making this art. Do it like a time machine. Travel in the past and really remember what was going on around you, what motivated you to create this art, make this music, write those poems, and apply this old mindset, inspired mindset that you had in the present. Because I feel like your ego could be lying to you and saying that you were very special back then, or something was just everything was great back then, and now it's not, and now I can't create. Now I don't feel I can create anything new. And this can also apply to new memories. What kind of mindset did you have back then? What thoughts were you thinking? how were you behaving? Try to remember as much as you can, because this will help you to really realize that maybe nothing was different back then. You just were creating without judgment, or you were just in a different phase of life where you were trying something new and creating new stories just for the sake of doing it, and you were not afraid of judgment, or were not afraid of those creations being not good enough. Yeah. And there is something else I wanted to say, Spirit. Please let me remember. Yes, there is a scene in the anime. It's a very nice anime. If you watch anime, I highly recommend you to watch Keep Your Hands Off Eizouken. Keep Your Hands Off Eizouken, yeah. It's an anime series about 3 girls making their own cartoon, and it's very cool. And there's a scene in the movie where one of the characters sits down with her grandma, and they sit in this like Japanese, because it's an anime, they sit in like at the low table, and they just drink tea, and it's a very refreshing scene because it's so simple, but it really shows how much they enjoy just being in the present with each other, drinking this tea, just enjoying the present moment. Yeah. And get present is really a message for you, because there is no future and there is no past. No matter how painful it sounds, in this objective reality, there is only you and everything around you. This world is very grounded, I would say, very simple, to be honest, but also complicated because of how incredible everything that we see around us is, and complicated in the structure. Even looking at the leaf, if you really want to see true genius, you can look at nature. And I feel like it's also a message for you to get inspired, not necessarily by other people's work, even though it's great, but if you are susceptible to comparing yourself, go into nature. Go into nature and look at the flowers and the leaves, and really find something that you like in nature. Take pictures of snowflakes. They're all unique creations, each of them. There is no other similar snowflake, like clone of the snowflake, you know. They cannot be cloned because they're all unique, and so are you, and so are all of your memories. And there is nothing wrong with being nostalgic, but it is important to know what you want. Where do you want to go? Do you really want to reminisce on the past endlessly? Or do you want to create some new memories? And who knows, maybe they will be better than those past ones, maybe they will be worse, but if you don't compare, you just live your life. In my opinion, this is the most valuable thing you can do. You just experience life, because in the end of your life, you only have everything that you've ever done, all the memories, and some people have regrets, and that's okay, but people who live with endless regrets, it's not necessarily that they're worse than people who live their life to the fullest. It's just a different experience, but you deserve happiness, Balfour, and you deserve to move on from the dead leaves of the tree that is dead, that is done with leaves for this season. You deserve to plant a seed for the new tree. And this can be a very tough and tedious process, but I believe in you. And it is not as hard as it looks or feels for the ego, especially because ego likes to catastrophize things a lot. And it's okay, but still, you deserve to be treated well, and you deserve to treat your own life as a treasure, because it is, and you are also a treasure, and it is okay to let go of things that no longer serve us, even though it's painful, but it's definitely worth it. Yeah, okay. I will get you cards. I don't know why I started with oracles, but sure. Okay. Oh, on the back of the deck we have transformation. Everything is changing on a cellular level. Deep healing. Okay, so you are changing, and that only means that things cannot be replicated from the past because you changed. And you deserve something new and fresh, not something that has been sitting in the fridge for a week. In terms of experiences, that's the uniqueness of life, and that's also the pain for humans, because we tend to romanticize the past as well, and I feel like you also tend to romanticize it, because like in this leaf, if you look at it, there are white spots there. So it feels like you have blind spots in your memory, and that's natural, and this is how nostalgia works. We tend to romanticize the past because it's our brain tends to hold on to positive memories, especially if something traumatic has happened. It tends to be shut down, and only good memories remain, just for the comfort of ourselves. And it's, again, it's just a human brain that works that way, but it's important to look your fear in the eyes and look yourself in the eyes. That's the hardest part sometimes. And honestly ask yourself, do you really need that? And then start the journey from there. Also, I was looking at this black stone that's been sitting there. I think it has number 13 on it. So if you see 13. And also on the back of the deck we have number 13, it's death. It's a good coincidence, I like it. So you're definitely going for a transformation. That is not an easy one. Yeah, it's hematite, yeah. So hematite is a great stone for, I want to say clarity, so maybe it will help you be more clear in your intentions, but also it's a great stone for protection from evil. It's a very cool stone, and if you feel called to wear hematite, definitely recommend it. But let's get on the messages now. So we have here ritual of devotion, ritual of devotion, step into the new era, yeah, and the sun. So this winter is definitely going to be very transformational for you in terms of letting go of anything that doesn't serve you and stepping into this new path. Yeah, but it also feels like, if you look at this, there's like the seashore, and the sky is clear, but this is all the place you've been in for the past, like, I'm hearing 10 years, 10 months, 10 years. You've been in this dark night of the soul, kind of, and we're hesitant to step into the new era for a lot of you. And when you have been in survival mode or in waiting mode, or when you're just feeling uneasy for a long time, you get used to it, and then changing anything, stepping into this different path, different era, it sounds like a crazy thing to do, because we humans like comfort, and we like we just like comfort, that's it. But with this death, if you see the death here, it kind of blocks out the sun in the back. So you need to go through this transformation first to really embrace this new happy period. And I feel like you will be going through this winter. With the devil and a leap of faith, there is definitely a narratives from or fears that have been fed into you from other people, communities, just what you have seen in your life. There is a fear of stepping into that new path. And I'm hearing be not afraid, the phrase that biblically accurate angels often say, and biblically accurate angels are scary. They're scary. But it doesn't mean that they don't do good. So really gives me an impression that you might be afraid of something because it is just, it feels like it's too much for your psyche, or too much for your nervous system. But really focusing on taking one little step at a time, like taking one little step at a time towards this clear and beautiful new place will help you get onto the new path. Yeah, it is different. It's a gradual process, but it takes courage to even start walking towards that new path. Yeah, with strength, it's cute. And don't dim your own light. I really get that you really have been living in fear, and your own ego or your survival instincts of survival could have been at play, and because of that you maybe refuse to see some kind of truth or truth about your circumstances. Because here we see this woman, and she's covering her eyes, but her third eye is really enhanced here, highlighted in this picture. Yeah, you have been blindsided by either people in your life, and then you may be kind of blindsided your own self. But it also feels like there have been circumstances in your life when you just had to dissociate, just to close your eyes and not be here, because you just didn't want to hurt, or it was too much for you. But it's time when your power is growing very slowly but surely, and you are already ready to look at, I'm here and look at the snow and look at the truth, because the snow gives me an impression sometimes. People say in like Antarctica, in the north, sun shines on the snow so brightly that it can blind you, and people wear like those little masks, like those little goggles, but you are ready to take the mask off and look at yourself and not be blinded by the truth of who you have become or who you truly are. All of those layers are ready to be shown to you. Yeah. And you are ready to embrace. It is just a matter of whether or not you take the leap or not. With 9 of Pentacles and no, just say no. I feel like you have been maybe kind of wishy-washy with your finances, or you have wanted that beautiful life for yourself, but you just didn't know how to get there, and you just decided, maybe you thought that, well, maybe it's not for me then, maybe I'm not good enough to get what other people have. But I see that you are, there are some kind of undeniable truths that are being highlighted to you drastically. They can be highlighted through just a person who walks by you, or conversation that you overhear in public. It's something very all of a sudden that its characteristics, it's very out of the blue. Also, you could get a message from somebody that has some kind of symbolism that will be important to you. And you will realize through that kind of realization that it's not that you are not worthy of that wealth, of that beauty, of that beautiful life. It is, I'm hearing it's a skill issue. No. But kind of yes, it is more like you have been blinded by some kind of narrative or some kind of lie that you thought was truth, and you lived by it for some time. And with the snow, I feel like it's gonna be a realization that, yeah, right now I don't have that light. Maybe you feel very dark in your life right now, and maybe you feel like, yeah, right now I don't feel that bright on the inside. Right now I don't feel like my life is beautiful, but it's not because I'm not worth it, or it's not because I just cannot get it for some reason, and I will get it. It is more so your own beliefs stopping you from, and old wounds that are unhealed stopping you from pursuing that true path. With Hermit and Soul Family, I really feel like your friends, your closest ones to you, will provide an important truths or important information that will enrich your inner discovery during winter. I'm also hearing lay low, so you may not be the most social person in winter. You may be more in a cocoon, in a hermit mode in winter. But for people around you, for your closest ones, you will be able to dig deeper into your own wounds and kind of like reflect from other people. What do you need to heal? What do you need to work on? You will be able to go deeper within your own self-discovery in winter. And with play, lastly, with play and Ace of Cups and Eight of Swords, there is also, again, ego at play, blocking your willingness to embrace this new period of your life, this new light, beautiful period. And it feels like you will have to consciously pull apart different, like take apart your entire thinking process and throw away things that are poisoning your, I'm hearing poisoning your youth, poisoning your happiness. And creative pursuits, again, are highlighted in the play. I just feel those vibes. It also says, have fun, celebrate, don't be so serious. And I love this imagery with, again, with the cup here. This is fascinating. Yeah, you will have to, not you will have to, but you will inevitably during this winter period maybe fall a bit more into feminine energy. Because when I think about play, I think about sacral chakra and feminine, and healing your sacral chakra will be very important during the winter. There are different foods and rituals that you can use, but I feel like drinking more water and spending time in the bath in water and really feeling water like washing away all of your darkness from your heart and from your sacral. And dancing also will be very beneficial to you. But in general, I feel like winter is going to be a very important period when you awaken. And when we talk about different seasons, winter, I feel, for me personally, it's the most contemplative period when you dig deeper and you slow down in a way and pause and allow all of what's inside to settle down, to get rid of things that no longer serve you. It is a cleansing and shadow work period for me, and I feel it's the same for many other people. And this will be the time for you to get out of your head and into your heart and work through wounds that need healing. But at the same time, embrace your own uniqueness, yeah. And celebrate yourself here and now. Even if it's just drinking a cup of tea in the warmth of your bed, celebrate that. Because there is no other moment like this. There will never be. And isn't that beautiful? Yeah, so this is all that I have for you, Pile 4. I really hope that you enjoyed, or I really hope that this was helpful reading. Let me know if it resonated, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.